How are y'all, and welcome back to another episode of KCG Plays. My name is Kevin, and today we are playing another Floor 9 run on Luck Be a Landlord. We still might see if we can get some synergies from the new update. I'd like to get a chicken build. I think actually that's, if you got, what is it, chicken coop I think, makes the chickens worth 4, so it's pretty decent. And if you added that with birdhouse, make each chicken worth 5, and the chickens make more chickens. It's just, once you add one chicken, you've basically won at that stage if you had those two items, so that'd be quite a nice synergy. For those following along with the win-loss, we're currently on 12 wins and 8 losses, and we're currently on a win streak of 5, so we're on a win percentage of exactly 60%, which is pretty decent. We've had a good run, as you can tell from the win streak. The last couple of runs have been pretty decent. I think the latest update might have made the game slightly easier. It's kind of buffed a few items, so maybe slightly easier, but hasn't changed it very much. Okay, out of these, we could do a banana peel, pick up a thief later on. I haven't had a thief in a while. I think crab here has the most potential. I think I was looking at a spreadsheet. If you have 5 crabs, they're worth just over 3 on average, so crab builds are tough to pull off. Cultists, quite good, as you can tell, but you need 3 cultists kind of. We could go for a cultist build, but the last run was basically a cultist build, so let's instead go for a monkey build. And we made the 25 rent pound with 6 left over, 50 now due in 5 spins. Let's add a rabbit fluff and try and stack the luck. I Mori the rabbit is great. That makes the rabbit fluff worth 3, which means we can just keep it until the end game. I don't want any of these items, any of these symbols. I mean, we'll take a cheese, but it kind of means we have to take a mouse to get rid of it, which I really don't want to do. I don't want another banana peel. I'll take a bubble. Gives 2 per turn, removes itself. It's pretty decent. And if we're stacking luck, we probably don't want hexes of tedium. But on the other hand, we don't want any of these. I think we're okay to skip. It's a bit early to be skipping symbols, but on the other hand, the choices weren't great. 3-sided dice is pretty decent. We're 2 on average. At this stage, that's still a good pickup. And we made the 50 rent pounds with 22 left over. 100 now due in 6 spins. I'm not a big fan of picking up either hearts or clubs if we don't have an item that supports them. So I'll pick up a plum, which is worth 2. And we could pick up Ricky a banana or rain clouds. Jack-o'-lantern. Let's take Ricky the banana because we do have 1 banana peel, and it will make bananas slightly better for the monkey. We'll take a mouse because we do have a cheese, so it's kind of just replacing it and giving us 15. We'll take a banana for the monkey. Okay, so we should have no problem making the rent payment. I don't want any of these. Hex of Thievery is only worth like 1.2 on average or something, so it's really bad. Let's skip all of these. Getting about 19 per turn, which isn't great. We could take a second crab. I think that increases the average up to like 2 point something per turn. Not entirely sure. Let's take a milk for the cat. Don't particularly want a 3rd banana, although at this stage a thief is basically an instant pick. It's just to get rid of the banana peels. We made the 100 rent pound with 73 left over, so we're not doing too bad at this stage, but we don't really have any late game scaling. 150 now due in 6 spins. I don't particularly want the bronze arrow. Let's see if we can get something better. A bear, I guess, is okay. Cardboard box could be really good. I think cardboard box is probably the best. That'll enable us to kind of trim out our deck and slowly improve it. Let's take a coconut for the monkey. Okay, that should mean we make our next rent pound without too much trouble. And here, banana peel is worth 2. Rain is also worth 2. Let's take another banana peel. Maybe we can remove a few of them when we get our first thief. And at least it's better on average than other symbols in our deck. Let's take an anchor. How's our inventory? 21 symbols. Let's remove the worst symbol, which is probably this flower. Okay, well, I'd like to get a few symbols that are worth 3 at this stage. 42, we're not doing too bad. We could take like another banana peel. It's worth 2, 3-sided dice is worth 2, so between these two they're basically the same. At least banana peel, we're really looking for a thief at this stage. We made the 150 rent payment with 139 left over, so we're doing quite well at the moment, but we don't have any scaling, so we need to pick that up fairly soon. 225 now due in 7 spins. Lucky capsule is fantastic. Cursed katana is quite good if we take ninjas. That means we just need 2 ninjas for them to be worth it. But then again, anthropology degree also makes 1 ninja worth it, as well as making a load of these faces worth it. So I think anthropology degree is really strong. Faces are very common, like Beastmaster. It makes most of the faces just an instant pick. How's our inventory? 22 symbols. Let's see what we get from the rare first, and then we'll remove a symbol. We actually don't need to because we only have 20. We could go for a farmer. It's worth 3. It buffs a few things that we have. How's our inventory? 21. Okay, so now that we have a farmer, we want to take out whatever isn't buffed by farmer, which is this pearl and this kine. Let's take out the kine first because we would pick up a diver. So let's take the kine first. Farmer, of course, doesn't buff banana peels, which is pretty sad. Let's take a peach because it is buffed by the farmer. Okay, 33 per turn. We're not doing too bad. We do have a mouse, so we could pick up another cheese for the mouse. Okay, 3-sided dice is worth 2, so it's not too bad. But we'll skip. We have too many symbols. If it was worth 3, I'd take it, but it isn't. Cultist, a bubble is worth 2, and we should be getting a removal, but I think it's still not worth it. B actually is pretty tempting, though we do have a bear, so I'm not sure about taking honey. We might be better off taking the bee and removing the bear. Let's take out our worst symbol, which is pearl. It's only worth 1 and it isn't, nothing buffs it. And we made the 225 rent payment with 124 left over. 300 now during 7 spins, and we still, our scaling is not fantastic. Let's re-roll and hope for something better. We'll take a coconut half, I guess, and we are. Let's take a lucky cat, and let's remove. What's our worst symbol now? Everything is kind of worth 2, other than this anchor. So let's take out the anchor. Okay, 50 on that turn. That's not too bad. And ninja's worth 3 because of anthropology degree, so ninja's worth taking. Okay, if we get 30 per turn, we will make the next rent payment. But that's all we're getting. Let's take a wealthy capsule. It's worth it. Okay, we don't have anything for the pinata or the owl. Farmer doesn't buff owls, no, just chickens. So let's skip this. And I'll probably start removing the crabs next, although another crab. Midas Bomb is actually really good. We don't actually have anything we're that fussed about losing, so let's take a Midas Bomb. Okay, I think it removed a dud. 86, we didn't get a massive amount of money from that, but it did remove a dud. It removed our monkey. Okay, it removed one of our crabs. Removed a peach. What else did it remove? Removed our rabbit fluff. Alright, so it cleaned up our deck a little bit. It made crabs probably not a strategy that we'll take. But we did make the 300 rent payment with 128 left over. 375 now due in 8 spins. So we need about 25 per spin. Pear is great. We still have a farmer. Yes, so let's take a pear. And let's take rusty gear. Is this going to trigger? Probably not. So let's take lockpick instead. Okay, 30 per turn. If we make 30 per turn, we should make the next rent payment. I could take an egg actually, because farmers do buff chickens. Wait, what? And they also buff eggs. Chickens give 2. Would I be filling my deck with chickens? I don't think so. I do have this removals, So if we get too many chickens, we can just get rid of them. Emerald is just worth 3, so it's worth taking. Still getting 30 per turn. Big ore is worth 2, so it's probably worth taking, just to fill up our empties. And we have our first buff of the pair. Again, none of these I think are worth taking. 33, slowly going up. Let's take a wealthy capsule. And we don't want any of these. Is a bar of soap worth it? I don't think so. 32. A sapphire is probably worth it though, because we do have empties and it is worth 2. Okay, we made the 375 rent payment. Only 25 left over, which isn't good. 450 now during 8 spins. Definitely want something, I think, better than a moon. A dame. We actually have a few gems, and dame's worth 3, so it's worth taking. Zara's contract we don't want. Adoption paper. Do we want adoption papers? Maybe. We won't use it at the moment, but we'll save it. It might come in handy later on. Let's remove. What's our worst symbol now? No, that's an egg. Okay. And these are worth 2. This is only worth 1. A crab actually is only worth 1. How much are we getting? Say we get 40 per turn. 40 by, that's 270. 280. That's actually not enough. Let's take a void fruit. We can't afford a hustling capsule. We could take a shiny pebble. And now we want to we'll remove this mouse. It's only worth 1. Still only getting 40 per turn, which isn't fantastic. Okay, a tomb is worth 3, so I think it's probably worth taking. And let's remove. I think the egg is actually the worst item in here, even though it is buffed by the farmer. Our cat's actually only worth 1. Let's remove a cat. Should we take adoption paper? Is there anything there that's worth? I mean, we might get an elder creature. We might get a chicken. A rabbit. Is a rabbit worth it? Mori the rabbit. The rabbit does give 2, eventually 4, but I don't think we'll survive for that long. Let's skip this and we'll skip this. Unfortunately, that didn't help. Even if we got 50 per turn, I don't think we'll make it. Yeah, I just don't see this run happening, unfortunately. I'll take a reroll capsule. And unfortunately, we were just about 100 short. We just got the scaling slightly too late. I think I'm not entirely sure what we're wrong with this one, because it seems like we had a lot of symbols that gave, like all our symbols gave at least 2. We had cardboard boxes. Possible that taking the Midas Bomb was a mistake. Although when you look at what it wiped out, I suppose the monkey may have helped. Having the monkey still could have helped. I don't think it was a mistake, but I think this run just didn't make it. Let's give it one more go. Still early enough. This will probably end up being a slightly longer episode, so we'll try and play this one slightly faster. We'll take a coal. Unfortunately, that has put paid to our win streak, but I think in this game you shouldn't focus too much on win streaking. You'll lose some of the enjoyment. So I'm not that fussed. Let's take a shiny pebble. We'll stack the luck. Okay, and we made 25. We do with the 25 rent payment with 11 left over. 50 now during 5 spins. I think a void fruit is pretty decent early on, and these are all equally bad. Like, this is 1 per turn. This is probably never going to, like, nothing for a while anyway, at least. Let's take black pepper, I guess. Well, the other one, the one per turn is actually probably worth more. Let's take a rabbit. Turns into a tree symbol eventually. 3 spins, we should make that, so I think I'm safe enough taking a second coal. Coals are really strong. I think we definitely... we don't have to take anything to make the next rent payment. Only making 11. Not doing fantastic. Let's take another goldfish. Okay, we made the 50 rent payment. Only 7 left over. 100 now due in 6 spins. Let's take a ninja, I guess. And we could take Pizza the Cat or Small Symbol Bomb. Or Birdhouse. Could take Birdhouse. Small Symbol Bomb would give us a quicker influx, so I think it's probably better because I'm a bit worried about making the next red payment. I guess we'll take another cat and we take a lucky capsule. This could really pay off for us. 23. Strawberry is worth it. Okay, 15, 4 spins. If we get 15 per, yeah, we should make the next rent payment. Let's take a 3-sided dice. And we could take a pinata or a lockbox. I think lockbox is probably better because at least we can get rid of it. Still only making 17. We'll take another goldfish. Okay, 18. We're slowly increasing the amount of coins we get per spin. Not fantastic, but we do. Okay, we're over 20. So we did make the 100 rent payment. 11 left over. 150 due in 6 spins. So we need like 25 per spin. Removal capsule isn't going to help. Hustling capsule isn't going to help. Let's take a 5-sided dice is probably the best. It's worth 3 on average. And here, I think fertilizer is really good. Rare seeds could be really good for us. And we now have 20 symbols. 3 of them, of course, are fish, which doesn't help too much. Let's take... I don't particularly want a shiny pebble. Okay, 25 per spin, so we should be making enough. Yeah, we should make another 100. And let's skip all of these. I definitely need some kind of scaling at the moment. We'll take a milk for the cats. And we now have a diamond, that's nice. And we could take a coconut half, just because it's worth 2, and let's remove the flower. Okay, that'll definitely help us make rent. We made the 150 rent payment with 24 left over. 225 now due in 7 spins. I think here bear is probably the best. It's worth 2. And Pizza the Cat is probably the best. Okay, 30 per turn. That's 180. So we should make the next rent payment. Ooh, Midas Bomb. Very interesting. Yeah, I think so. It'll just clear out the deck for us. The only thing it could take out, which we'd be a bit sad about, is the diamonds. But there's nothing really going on for this deck, unfortunately. Okay, it took out one of our diamonds, which is pretty sad. But Highlander, that's a replacement. 24. I think at this stage we do have to just take symbols, unfortunately. We'll take a coin. Hopefully we can get rid of it later on. We might get a coin on a string or something. I'll take bar soap just to... I should have taken the seed. I have fertilizer. Okay, that was a mistake on my part. I was thinking, oh, bar soap, that'll fill up our empties for us. But fertilizer would have been much better. Do we already have a lockbox? We could just take another bubble. But yeah, we'll take another bubble. It's better than quite a lot of our symbols. 40 per turn. So we did make the 225 rent payment with 90 left over. 300 now due in 7 spins. So we need about 30 per spin, which shouldn't be a problem, at least for the while. Let's take a hustling capsule. And let's take... I still think cardboard box is really good, just to help you trim down the deck eventually. 37, we'll take a wolf. So we're just going to take whatever the highest value symbol is and then slowly remove symbols as we go. We could take a hustling capsule. I'm pretty confident that we'll make rent. I don't know that we've lost all of our bubbles. I'm slightly less confident. We don't have any toddler, so let's take a wolf. We need 25 per spin. Ah yeah, no problem at all. And let's take another rabbit. I think it's got the best scaling. Turns into a tree fur eventually. Let's here take a big urn just because it's worth 2. How's our inventory doing? 19 symbols. 39 on that turn, that's not bad. Let's take a hexatedium. I did manage to get rid of one of those duds with the Midas Bomb, so that's not too bad. And we made the 300 rent pound with 56 left over. 375 now doing 8 spins. Now, 8 spins for 375. We need about 40 per spin, which I don't think we're going to get at the moment. So I'll take a strawberry. And Lefty the rabbit, we do have 2. Oh no, this is not what I thought it was. 3 or more of the same symbol are adjacent. We don't have 3 of the same symbol. We could take Lefty the rabbit though. Every 10 spins isn't too bad. We'll get a removal capsule more than that, so if we want to, we can remove them, but probably won't bother. Let's take a tedium capsule. And let's remove one of our fish, I think. Or the cherry. Let's remove the cherry. We might still get a diver. How are we doing? 40 per turn. That's pretty good. Let's take a rain. How's our inventory? 20 symbols. I'm okay with that. Okay, 43 per turn. At this stage, 5 turns of 40, that should be 375. Okay, that's pretty close. So I don't think we can afford to take the coal. On the other hand, will we have any late game scaling? Lucky capsule, I think, is worth it. And we definitely, geologist, yeah, that's definitely something we can take. How's our inventory doing? What do we have to feed the geologist? We actually have nothing. Is that right? Wow, they must have all been taken out by the Midas Bomb. But it's a late game scaler. Let's remove one of these fish. Keep our symbols at 20. At least the geologist is worth 2, so it's not too bad. At this stage, can I afford another coal? I don't think so. I'm still a bit unsure about whether or not we're making the next rent payment. Let's remove this fish. Okay, geologist is eaten already. 47. We are making the next rent payment. We could take a rabbit fluff. We do have an empty, so let's take it. Possibly I would have been better off taking the void creature there, or the void stone, or whatever the void thing it was. But we did make the 375 rent payment with 33 left over. 450 now due in 8 spins. We now need 50 per spin though, which is unusual. And I think here we have to take buffing capsule. And cleaning rag is pretty decent. That'll give us 1 or 2 extra per spin. And we only have 21 symbols, so we don't need to add one. 60, that's pretty good. We don't have anything for cats, so unfortunately I don't think we can afford to take a cat. Although we could take a cat and remove another. Yeah, let's take a cat and remove another symbol that's only worth 1, like one of these kinds. 48 per spin. We are very close. If we got another 3 for, we'd probably make the next rent payment. 55 on that spin, that's pretty decent. Don't want any of these. 50 on that spin, and lucky capsule is probably better than sapphire. Hopefully we'll get something. Sapphire would be worth 3 though, so I'm kind of gambling here that what we get is better. Is frozen fossil better? That's the question. Can we survive having frozen fossil? It's 20 spins, that's a lot. Let's take an item capsule and hope. Not what I was hoping for. Let's take a buffing capsule. Okay, if I add this, we need 58 on this spin. This is worth 7. This is worth 8. So we just have to take the 8. And let's remove the coin. Okay, can we do it? Are we getting 58? 56, so close, 3 short. Oh, this was a very close run. We had the potential. Again, Midas Bomb, I think it was a positive. And we were then able to fill up our empties with these bar soaps, but just didn't make it. Just didn't make it. If I possibly would have been better off taking, I think we were offered an emerald instead of a rare capsule. I took the rare capsule and I ended up picking, I can't remember what I ended up picking, but it was clearly something like a buffing capsule or something. So if I'd taken the emerald, would have worth 4 per turn, I think we may have made rent. So, and we were also offered a seed earlier on, which would have been guaranteed to grow into a rare symbol. So yeah, I think this run probably was winnable. Would we have made the next rent payment though? I don't know, not unless we got some nice scaling. But I hope you guys enjoyed the run. If you did, give it a like, comment down below, let me know if you think I could have done anything to make this run a win. And we shall see you in the next video, guys. Subscribe for more videos every day. And until next time, guys, take care of yourselves and cheers for now.